I'm Ron Lawson. I'm here at Glen Helen Raceway, and today we've got something wild. We've got the Kove Mx250. Now, if you remember, 2 years ago, we tested an earlier version of this bike. We saw a lot of potential there. It just wasn't very fast. One of the big problems that they had at the time was they were basically on the same level as the first generation of Japanese 250Fs. We loved those bikes at the time, but they weren't competitive against modern bikes. And the Kove was like that. So now skip ahead, 2 years have passed. Longchin is now the manufacturer of the motor in this bike, and that is the biggest motor manufacturer in China. The chassis is very similar to that bike from 2 years ago, but it has gone through evolution of its own. To bring it in this year, the U.S. importer was offered two different options. They could bring it in as what they called a standard version, and then what they called their version of a factory edition. A factory edition would then have a titanium exhaust and a KYB fork. It still would have the Yuan shock and Teosco brakes, which are Chinese components. Everything about this bike is really redesigned from the last version we saw. We look at this motor and basically we see a lot of Honda resemblance. It is a 5-speed, it has a map switch, and if you look, there are nice touches all over the bike, like the billet hubs, the billet triple clamps. This bike really has excellent finish. All the components reflect very, very good manufacturing quality. It isn't what you expect from China. The bike also comes with quick shift, a map switch, and a number of components. We're going to try everything on the track here. We don't have this bike for very long, but Mark Tilley's going to take it for a few laps at Glen Helen, and then we'll get back to you with some of our findings.
just got done with our first day of testing on the 2026 Kove motocross model 250. Pretty impressed. If you look at this bike from the first one that we rode that everybody knows of, Carson Brown riding it and just running it through the ringer. I mean, a bike survived 30 minutes with Carson Brown on it. There's factory bikes that don't survive that long. So we were impressed that time. This bike is way better. They're making progression along the way, making lots of strides. If you're to ride those bikes back to back, you would be blown away. The cool part about this bike, $69.99 retail. This is the factory edition per se. It's the only one that they're bringing in. All around the world, there's a standard edition. This one has a black frame, black wheels, black hubs. It just looks better. They've done a good job of making it to where the bike looks good. It's got technology behind it. It's got traction control. It's got quick shift. It's got multiple maps and electric start. The bike feels really planted. In the rear, for me, it's definitely, and you can see in the video, it's soft all the way around, but I'm not your target weight for a 250. It's definitely a predictable type of suspension. I would tighten down the head stay just because it moves around a lot. In the front, just because that's a little on the loose side, but overall, good motorcycle all the way around. Power-wise, it is, compared to some of the other bikes, it is, it's not a Yamaha, it's not a KTM, it's not just unlimited amount of power, but it's got a free revving power. For me, it was, if I'm in a gear lower, it's got that response right off bottom that I don't have to clutch it. Going through the corner, I would have to shift up or hit the rev limiter halfway through the corner, it seems like. It's got a quick shift option I'm not a fan of, but I'm not a fan of quick shift options on any of the other bikes either. To me, it just has a little bit of a hesitation I don't like. This quick shift is on all the time. It comes that way stock. You can technically just disconnect it. We didn't do that on this because we wanted to test it that way. It's probably comparable power-wise to somewhere right around the Suzuki, and it's a little bit freer revving. All in all, the brakes aren't name brand. It's not Nissan or Brembo, but man, they work pretty good. The bike works well, and for $69.99, I love the fact that they're doing it. So again, they're making major strides. If you got a little bit more time on your hands and you want to check out maybe some of the other Kove tests we've done, or just other tests in general, hit that video thumbnail. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because that updates you on all the new bikes we're testing. And head over to dirtbikemagazine.com. Got lots of stuff going on there. If you saw something in the magazine that you like, or something on our social media, it's probably there. So